right, Shalom. All
Shalom.
right. First and foremost, we like to give all praises to
Yahweh,
Hashem,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai,
Hashem,
Ba'ashem Kodash,
Rakti Yahweh,
Rakdi Yahushai,
Rakti Yahweh,
Rakdi Yahushai,
Rakti Yahweh.
Rakdi Yahushai.
All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Akim, with just pushing the truth in love, sincerity, and in charity. Okay? Yeah, man, this is GMS Palmers Nassau. We once again coming in the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, to bring you another edifying lesson. Okay? Through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Okay.
All right? So, yeah, man, you've seen the title, Unnatural Born Beasters. Basically, we going into touching on this EBORTION. Okay? We don't want to say that out too loud because, you know, Esau get his algorithms. Okay? Next thing you know, do a whole video and Esau pulled that.
Okay.
Okay? So we got to be smart. We got to be basically wise. We also got to be circumspect, all right, and we got to use a little bit of, what do you call it?
So a little wisdom, a little
Yeah.
subtlety.
Right, okay? Be a little cunning
Okay.
with it,
That's it.
all right? So, yeah, man, we can show you through the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai how a lot of these women are unnatural born killers, okay? All right, as you all seeing what's going on over there in Babylon, okay, they protesting of, you know what the thing is with the woman, when they have a fetus inside them, they want to get it rid of it, okay? They protesting against that law, all right, and they saying like you don't go backwards, you go forward, all right, and the law over there is that right now as it stands, that a woman, she could abort up to 6 months. Okay, a child could be in this woman, and the law is that she could abort that child or waste that child before 6 months. So you can imagine now, a child which is ready formed, already have heartbeat and all that. Okay, already a living organism that is in her. She could kill that child before the child turns 6 months. Okay? And we can prove it through the power and the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that they are, a lot of them who doing us are killers, murderers. Okay? Murderers. Alright, because when you kill somebody, alright, basically the Most High order, kill this person, that's gonna be a righteous thing. They're gonna be killed for their sins. Okay? Going basically a part of their judgment. Alright? So now we take the time to look up a few meanings of words. Okay? We go into this word abortion. Okay? Now I had to say that out loud so that you could understand a little more of what we are talking about. Okay? We can look up, we can give you the meaning of this word. ABORTION. Okay? Y'all know what that means.
Okay. All right. This is the definition of that word. All right. It says, this is the termination of a pregnancy by removal or expulsion of an embryo or fetus. An abortion that occurs without intervention is known as a miscarriage or spontaneous abortion and occurs approximately 30% to 40% of pregnancies.
God, you see that? You see what it say? Okay? It's the termination of a pregnancy by removal or expulsion of an embryo or fetus Okay?
Right.
You see what I mean? A termination of pregnancy. Okay? Termination really means to be removed. As they have young, by removal, okay? So they have something inside them that is living. They want to terminate, okay? By removing it. Alright? Terminate, which is to kill
Right.
or to kill off. Okay? Now these women them over there in Babylon, they have that's the law. So showing you that they are real flicking killers.
Right.
Okay? Some parts in this world, okay, done in the law. You can't do that in Dubai. Okay? You can't do that in Dubai. And if they do it, and if you get catch, you would either be put to death,
Right.
or be thrown in jail, or be banned,
Severe punishment.
or severe punishment is correct. Okay, the scripture tell you thou should not kill. Okay? Now let's look up this word, we can look up fetus. Okay? We go on this word fetus and see what that means. Okay? Alright? Salakia. We can go with that word pregnancy.
Yeah.
Pregnancy,
Alright.
sorry. Salakia.
Okay. This is the definition of pregnancy. All right. All right. It says pregnancy, also known as gestation, is the time during which one or more offspring develops inside a woman's womb. A multiple pregnancy involves more than one offspring, such as with twins. Pregnancy usually occurs by sexual intercourse, but can also occur through assisted reproductive technology procedures.
Boy, and that's what pregnancy means. Okay, also known as gestation.
Okay.
It's a time during when one or more offspring. Okay, now keep in mind our offspring. Okay, what is an offspring? Well, let's look up the word offspring. Okay,
All right. This is the definition of offspring. It says, in biology, offspring are the young creation of living organisms produced either by single organisms or, in the case of sexual reproduction, two organisms.
all right. The more than
Yeah.
come.
Collective offspring may be known as brood or progeny in a more general way. This can refer to a set of simultaneous offsprings, such as the chicks hatch from one clutch of eggs, or to all the offspring, as with the honeybee.
Got it. All right, so now offspring, as you see, says are the young creation of living organisms. Okay? Living organisms produced either by a single organism or in a case of sexual reproduction, two organisms. All right? Now, you have the biological side, meaning, and then we can give you the Google meaning, okay, of offspring. All right, and we can give you the biology side of offspring and what it means, and then we can give you offspring via Google.
All right. And I will just get back to the Facebook video of Mr. Payne, so the one that we will use.
Right, gone.
That's the Facebook.
Right, gone.
All right. So it says offspring. Like I said, In biology, offspring are the young creation of living organisms produced either by a single organism or, in the case of sexual reproduction, two organisms.
All right. The biology now.
And that's the biology meaning. That is the Google meaning of offspring. The Google meaning of offspring is a person's child or children. All right. Synonyms are the children, progeny, family, youngsters, babies. It also goes on to say an animal's young, the product or result of something. Again, it says child hunger is the offspring of political indifference, uncountable governance, or economic mismanagement. I guess.
All right. So guess what? As we see here via Google, right? It say offspring a person's child or children.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the main point. Okay, so when you say you are aborting a child. Okay, when you say you're terminating a child,
Okay. Which is murder.
which is murder, killing. When you are saying that you removing an embryo from you, okay, you killing a child, an offspring. Okay. Let's go back to the first article with the abortion. Okay, and this is for you women who are doing this.
Okay.
Okay, and you may watch it or come across this video, and our friends that are doing this, you better show them this video. You better tell them stop doing it. Okay, because if you killed an innocent child, the Most High is going to kill you.
Okay. All right. It says abortion is the termination of a pregnancy by removal or expulsion of an embryo or fetus.
God. Now, read on.
An abortion that occurs without intervention is known as a miscarriage or spontaneous abortion, and occurs approximately 30% to 40% of pregnancies.
God. Okay, read on.
All right. When deliberate steps are taken to end pregnancy,
All right, Salakia. All right. So we can Salakia, but we had a little interruption. Okay. So yeah, man, you could take that from the top again.
okay. All right. This is the definition for abortion again. It says abortion is the termination of a pregnancy by removal or expulsion of an embryo or fetus. An abortion that occurs without intervention is known as a miscarriage or spontaneous abortion, and it occurs in approximately 30% to 40% of pregnancies.
God. All right. Now we can take the time to look up this word embryo. Okay. As a matter of fact, we can show you a little picture of an embryo.
Okay. All right.
Show you a picture first. All right, that's a picture of an embryo right there. Okay. Now we can give you the meaning of embryo.
All right. This is the meaning of the word embryo. All right. It reads, an embryo is the early stage of development of a multicellular organism.
An early stage of development of a multicellular organism. Okay, when a male and female come together, and the male lets off his sperm into the woman, and that sperm goes into the egg, right? That egg then travel down to the uterus, go sink itself into the uterus wall. Okay, and then the minute that sink in that wall, then the process start. Okay, of becoming a child. Okay, the process start. Everything start working. Okay, that become a life now, because blood and everything, because the egg sink into the uterus wall, sink into the blood, because in the wall, okay, blood is go there, and this is how the woman sees a period at the end of the month. Okay, because blood is being on the uterus wall. And when at that time, for her period to come in, that blood would into the uterus wall that then flush out. Okay?
Alright. Just it goes on to read, it says, in organisms that reproduce sexually, embryonic development is the part of the life cycle that begins just after fertilization.
You see that? That read that little piece again.
Okay. It says, in organisms that reproduce sexually, embryonic development is the part of the life cycle that begins just after fertilization.
You see that? Just after fertilization, that's when the life cycle starts. So just as I say, when a man and a woman come together and a man live with a woman, they have sex, he ejaculates into her, and his sperm goes into the egg. That life cycle that then start because that egg travel down into the uterus and then stick itself into the uterus wall.
Okay. It's a lot. Fertilize.
It fertilize.
Okay.
Then that become right. Okay? That once the sperm enter into the egg, that become fertilized. Okay? And then the process start. Okay? That's where the life start of that child. Okay? But here it is, Esau saying that you have up to 6 months to kill this child. Which in a lot of the nigger woman, they're comfortable doing that. That's why a lot of them gonna be put to death. Okay? Because they are unnatural born flicking killers. Alright? You don't know down there, see tissues and organs.
Okay. It says, and continues through the formation of body structures such as tissues and organs.
Gone. Alright? Such as tissues and organs. Okay, because the life cycles then start. The minute that egg become fertilized, the life cycles then start. Okay, now we can look up fertilization. Okay?
This is the meaning of fertilization. It says, also known as a generative fertilization, sigamy, or impregnation. Alright, fertilization is the fusion of gametes to give rise to a new individual organism or offspring and initiate its development.
Gone. Keep in mind now that word offspring,
Okay.
which is an embryo, which is a child.
Child. Okay.
Okay? It say impregnation. Okay? So fertilization is impregnation. She with child now. Okay, no matter how small it is. Because we have, in men, we have millions and millions of life forms in us, in our nasa.
Okay.
Okay? And gametes, okay? It's a infusion of gametes. Okay, that's what it is. Sex cells. Okay? We don't need.
Alright, it's all it says it's
Take it from the top of it.
okay, it says this is the definition of fertilization. Alright. Also known as generative fertilization, sigamy or impregnation is the fusion of gametes to give rise to a new individual organism or offspring and initiate its development, a process such as insemination.
Got it. Okay. So what does it say again? It say give rise to a new individual organism, a new child
Okay.
or offspring, and initiate its development. Okay. And here it is. Jake killing them left, right, and center. Okay. Now we can look at this word terminate, termination. Okay, we can go straight at termination number 3.
Alright.
Because it have a couple definition, but we can hit number 3 point.
Alright. Termination, it says, an ending or result of a specified kind.
You see that? An ending. So this word abortion is an ending or removal of a child from a mother's womb.
Kind. That's a specified kind right there.
You see?
Kind.
Or killing a child. Okay? Let's look up this word removal. Okay?
Expulsion.
Removal.
All right. Okay. All right. Take it from the top.
Yeah, come.
All right. This is the definition of the word removal. The action of taking away or abolishing something unwanted.
You see that? Taking away or abolishing something that is unwanted. So many of these women, okay, mainly Jake, they don't want a child. They go fool around with this one husband and that one husband. They have their husbands. Okay? And then in some cases, they don't want a child for their own husbands. So what they want to do? They will want to remove away something that is unwanted because they don't want a child.
Kind.
They don't want an offspring.
And some of them so wicked they'll talk about it. It was a mistake.
You know?
You know.
Right. You see? But the Most High said what? Be fruitful and multiply.
Kind.
You understand? Alright, now we can look up this word expulsion.
Leave an organization. Terms are removal, debarment, dismissal, exclusion, discharge, ejection, rejection. All right? The action or process of forcing someone to leave a place. The action of forcing something out of the body.
God, you see that? Go back to the beginning, the first thing of definition for abortion. Okay? You see the action of removing something that is not there, or that something that is they don't want in this place, or something that effect.
All right, this is the definition for abortion. It says it is the termination of a pregnancy by removal or expulsion of an embryo or fetus.
God, basically a child. Okay? So now we should have some understanding on abortion, what it is. Okay? And let's go, we can go through it proper and into a sentence, so we can give you a truly understanding of what's really going on, to give you a better understanding. Okay? An abortion is the action of ending one's life at the beginning of its development stage.
Done.
It's the action of taking away or abolishing something unwanted. The action of forcing something out of the body that is already a living organism, which is a child. That's what it is. Okay? And you have Jake around here just murdering innocent lives, because that's a living organism that have life. Okay? Now we can get 1 or 2 precepts, we can get out of here. Okay, get Exodus 20 and 13, because the Lord says, thou shalt not kill. And Deuteronomy 5 and 17.
And this is the book of Exodus chapter 20 and 13. Thou shalt not kill.
You see that? Thou shalt not kill. That plain to the point. Okay? Now we give you the meaning of the ABORTION. Okay? And what it's all about. In Babylon today, you have the majority of women are the so-called black women that is doing this. They are real-flicking killers. Okay, in 1 year, you have over 600,000 being killed by the so-called black woman. Okay, about 300,000 by the so-called white women, and the Hispanics and others like 200,000. You see? So you see how much lives that are being put to death every year.
Right. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 5 and 17. Thou shalt not kill.
Gone. Two different places. Let's get Leviticus 24 and 17.
It's the book of Leviticus chapter 24 and 17. It reads, and he that killeth any man shall surely be put to death.
You see that? So when you go and kill an innocent life, or kill on a whole, you will be flicking put to death yourself. Okay, because we don't give you the definition and meaning of abortion. Okay? You want to take something that you don't, the Most High planted that in you, but you want to take something and take it upon your own self to go and take it out of you. As if the Most High
Just make mistakes.
is make mistakes, right? Like the Most High put it there and want you to just take it out. You know? But hey, many of you are going to be put to death. Okay? So, women may say that, hey, there ain't nothing really there. As they always say, that there ain't nothing really there, so I just taking it away. You know? But the life is in the blood. Say the scriptures.
Right.
Leviticus 17 and 11. Can't 11 and then to 14. Shalom ak Yahweh Yahushai Bahasham Kakadas. That Shalom akwat. Akwat yum Shalom.
Alright, this is Leviticus 17 and 11. And it reads, for the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul.
Can't. Alright, but the point is the life of the flesh is in the blood. Okay, so when that egg become fertilized and that go in the woman's uterus wall, that life cycle can start. Because all blood is already there. You see? Alright? Shoot down to verse 14.
Right. Leviticus 17 and 14. For it is the life of all flesh, the blood of it is for the life thereof.
Gone. You see that? Yeah, Jay killing innocent lives daily. Esau killing innocent lives daily, and these other nations should not kill. Okay? Alright? We have other people who don't know nothing. Okay, like these doctors, your pastors, your friends, you know, they don't know nothing. Okay, they will tell you the same thing. Oh, ain't nothing there. You know, the egg just fall. Like you can't even see the egg.
Okay.
Well, we can't see the life in our husband,
You know?
but we know that's life.
And you ain't got that off.
You see what I said? But here it is. These women, a law in Babylon, right now, a woman could remove a child out of her womb before 6 months. Before she's 6 months.
Okay.
By then, that child will develop of hands and ears and nose and eyes and all that. Feet, all the toes, you know?
Blood, you got a precept here.
God.
Alright. This is the book of Genesis chapter 9 and 4. But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. Alright, so there's a reason why the Most High tells us that we must not eat anything with blood in it, because basically that's the life is still inside that.
Life, exactly. Same thing,
Yeah.
you know? But our people, you know, they, a lot of them upon them we call them protests. My body,
My choice.
my choice. Tell you that you are the real flecking killers. And we know through the woman's sin enter into the world.
You know that.
That wrong it right off.
Yeah.
You see? Now we ain't saying every woman is do this. You know, and the woman who don't do this, she shouldn't get offended by it. You understand?
That's right.
Because why? She ain't doing it. Okay? Especially her being a woman who know the ground. Okay? Because she know better. Alright? Let's get Ecclesiastes 11 and 5. Okay? So, when you can talk about my body, my choice, and listen to Pastor Park to them and Deacon Bacon and these doctors and these motivational speakers, they don't know nothing. Okay? They don't know the scriptures.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, they all go against the scriptures. Okay?
And this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11 and 5. As thou knowest not what is the way of the Spirit, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child, even so thou knowest not the works of Yahweh who maketh all.
God. They don't know the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay? That's why they can say he ain't nothing there.
Yeah. We're hoping.
Exactly. And the scripture call them reprobate silver. You know? You just stain of a reprobate by silver. You know? Let's get Psalms 106, 37 and 39. Okay, because when you really look at it, they're sacrificing the innocent. How many of them worship fire Jesus?
You know that.
Baal. You sacrificing the devils. You sacrificing to the devil when you do that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
39, you said.
37 to 39.
Psalms 106, chapter 37 to 39 reads, Yea, they sacrifice their sons and their daughters unto
You
devils.
see that? Okay? They kill them.
Yeah.
Alright? From the womb. And those who they bring forth, they still sacrifice them to the devil because they say, man, Jesus is Lord.
Yeah.
That's a sacrifice as well. Okay? You're only taking the time but to tell them like Jesus is a fire deity. Jesus is the false God.
False God,
Yahweh Shai is the true living Lord that's going to come and save us soon. They ain't telling their children that.
Right.
They ain't telling them Yahweh Shai is a so-called black man that look like me and you.
Right. So a lot of people, and the family, they sacrificing them unto science and all.
Exactly. You see?
Yeah. Alright, it reads, Yea, they sacrifice their sons and their daughters unto devils, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrifice unto the idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with blood.
God. In the land polluted. Okay? They're doing the same thing as they did before.
Right.
Okay? You see how they do the same thing now as they did before. And shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan. And the land was polluted with blood. Like I said a little earlier, over 600,000 abortions by the so-called black women in Babylon. That's just Babylon alone. That ain't true of the world.
Okay.
So it's more than that a year. Even Esau wives, their women and all sacrificing their children.
Okay.
Okay, it's just a little bit lesser than the so-called black woman.
And
Okay.
It's a lot. And what do they do with these aborted fetuses? They wicked.
Yeah.
Doing all type of research, calling it quote unquote stem cell research, making all kind of makeup, all kind of products
Right.
from these aborted fetuses, all kind of matters of wickedness and falling on.
Right, that's it. Cause see now, see Esau them know. Why you think they make that law, put that law in place that 6 months, up to 6 months, you could sacrifice the child within you.
Okay.
Because they know that that child has developed. That child already have skin. You see?
Okay.
So a lot of them get bothered or terminate or kill innocent children and then they make makeup out of it. The same makeup but what they put on their face. One day they look all jungle up, like a junglist. Then the next day they look all pretty up. Put on a mask.
Okay. Witchcraft.
Witchcraft. You see? And that's what they do.
Absolutely right now.
Alright? Read on verse 39.
Right. Psalms 106 and 39. Thus were they defiled with their own works, and went a whoring with their own inventions.
Went a horn with their own inventions. They defile themselves with their own works because they think that's a good thing. Oh, ain't nothing there. You know, this could hold me back. You know,
That's
I don't need no child because a child can hold me back in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
What life? In this wicked kingdom, a child can hold you back. You know,
Okay.
haven't your mother taught you?
Yeah.
Huh? The truth? Even these mothers, them as the scripture say, man, passing them through the fire of Malek,
You know that.
sacrificing unto devils, unto idols,
But that ain't the right one.
you know?
In a precept,
Yeah.
Alright, this Psalms chapter 127. Psalm chapter 127 and 3. Say, Lo, children are a heritage of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. Okay? So there ain't no burden to you, man. In essence, children are a blessing from the Most High Power Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Alright?
God, that's what it is. You know, that's what it is. Children are a blessing from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai because the Most High said, be fruitful and multiply.
Okay.
He didn't say go and have sex and then get pregnant and then kill it. The Most High didn't say that. He said, be fruitful and multiply. Bring forth. Okay, but Esau come with his own devices. That devil, being the so-called white man. Because it's him would introduce it. Okay, and this stuff, this is nothing new. Our people been doing this from ancient time. Okay, just like how it was Sodom and Gomorrah. Still doing it today. Okay. Alright. So yeah, man. You got anything to start?
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and 2. Alright, it reads, And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood of the seed of man and the pleasures that came with sleep. Alright? So in that blood is life. You understand? In that blood is life. Alright? So anytime you talking about you getting rid or terminating of that, just knowing that that's a sin. And that sin is punishable by death. The Most High is going to judge you for that.
God, you know that. You know that. Okay. So all them women them and thing who are killing these babies them and thing. Okay, the Most High can bring a swift judgment to you. May Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai bring a swift judgment to you. Okay. Alright. Yeah, man. So with that, okay, you women who come across this video, okay, who killing children, and if you know people who killing children, okay, you need to give them warning. Okay, give them warning. Alright, let them know. Okay, that's it, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Y'all know the precept, thou shalt not kill. That's good enough. If that ain't good enough, then go to Leviticus 17. Okay, verse 11 and verse 14. show them that life is in the blood. Okay? Because a lot of them say, oh, ain't nothing there yet. Okay? The definition will be read. Okay? The minute that air get fertilized, the process start. The air make its way down into the uterus wall, and then stick inside the uterus wall. The egg become fertilized, then like the life process start. That become a living organism right then and there. Instantly. Okay? Keep in mind, the man, he already have living organism inside him. Inside is not suck. Millions. So when he ejaculate inside a woman, you have millions of flicking sperm just running up trying to beat ground first. Okay, and here it is, these women around the place killing. They're the true flicking killers. Okay, remember, through her, we all die. Alright? So with that, Hakim Agwatium, alright, we like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to Hakim and Agwatium that be watching and learning. Alright? Shalom.
Shalom.